Wow, unbelievable. IPOB ESN storms forest in Delta, shoot cows on site, enforce open grazing ban. Hello, my wonderful people. We are all aware that the 17 southern governors came together and they said, you know what, enough of the, herdsmen, harassment, killing, and destruction of farmlands, and much more. For us to have peace and to give our people the stability they need, we need to, as a matter of urgency, stop these Fulani headsmen on their track. As a result of that, we are going to say bound to open grazing. And before you know it, President Muhammadu Buhari came up and said they are talking nonsense. Blah, 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 blah. We all know the story. Many waters has gone under the bridge since then. However, IPOBs are in Delta states and they said, you know what, this open grazing ban, we will enforce it. It will happen. Don't worry yourself. We will ensure that everybody comply. And so news reaching us is that they've gone to Delta Forest and they've opened, shooting every cow that is seen on site, saying, you know what, you cannot, you cannot carry on when an issue has been decreed. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. Let's get all the details. Thank you. IPOB's ESN storms Delta Forest, shoot cows on site, enforce open grazing ban. Members of the indigenous people of Biafra and his military arm, the Eastern Security Network, have reportedly stormed forests in Delta State to begin the enforcement of the government anti-grazing open law ban. SAR reporters obtained a video where some of the masked gunmen, believed to be ESN fighters, were shooting at cows reportedly wandering on farmlands. It is unclear which part of Delta State the incident has happened. However, it's coming from a reputable source, Sahara Reporters, that ESM has stormed Delta State to ensure that their threat letter, anonymous threat letter written to the governor to come and cause mayhem in Delta State, does not succeed. And so they've gone on to areas where farmlands are being destroyed by this cattle and has opened fire on cattle's grazing on people's farmland, enforcing the open grazing ban. When asked what was happening, they said, yes, this was what it ought to be. The governors has said no more grazing, no more open grazing. However, these people will not listen. So we are here to enforce the ban. By the time there is no cattle, none of them will come out to continue on this. So my people, the matter reaching us is that open grazing ban has been, is being enforced by ESN to ensure that, these people do not come out and begin to destroy farmlands and property, and as well go ahead and begin to kill the people in order to take possession of what belongs to other people. This is what is happening at the moment. This is what is going on now. And they said they stormed the farmland where they saw this cow and began to shoot at them. Remember, this happened in Oyo State. We reported to you, but what did the police of Oyo State did? They quickly went ahead and they began to, the police went ahead and they began to, ensure that the people were not the people that shot the cows. Three men. This cow came into their farm and they began to and they did, in fact, what they did to those men, only God. They've taken them now to prison because of cows, because of, and the cow were destroying their farmland. And these men said they borrowed money to farm for the season. But guess what? Cattle came and were eating the crops. They told the herdsmen to take the cattle away. They refused. So they used their locally made guns to shoot at the cow. Before you could say Jack Robinson, Nigerian police were swift in Oyo State yesterday to get there. And before you know it, they got there and they arrested the three men, took away their arms, and even tagging them, that they are causing trouble and all that. But the truth of the matter is, they are the victims here, but they rather turned the tables on the tides were turned on them. So you see what's happening in Nigeria? So you see, my people, there you have it. The issue has just started, and you'll be surprised to know that Nigerian police now, their new job is to enforce and to look after cows. It's now gradually turning into a cow republic. So to enforce and to see that cows are looked after, not the human being, or not the welfare of the human being, but the cows has to be looked after. The cow have to be, well protected. Anybody that goes against the cow, the person is in trouble. I'm not saying they should go ahead and destroy people's property. However, when the police were called, did they call the police to say, come and these people are causing trouble, they're in our farmland, they are causing ABCDZ, please come and take them away? And what did the police do? You call them, they will tell you they have no fuel in their vehicle. They would not respond as at when due. And now the problem has started. These men are being called upon and are being tagged as though they are the evildoers. Meanwhile, they will leave the main issue, the main bone of contention, the major on the minor. The major on the minor. So this is where the problem of Nigeria really lies. This is where the real issue is. How do we really reconcile from all these things that are going on? How do we explain? How do we tell people that this is what our governments are doing? Does it make sense? They will look at you like, are you okay? Are you in 1960? Even in 1960, civilization has started. Things were becoming different. Things were no longer business as usual. Things were becoming different. So how do we now explain all those things that are going on? That these things are happening, how do we explain them? How do we ensure that these things are done decently and in order? We cannot fold our arms, sit back, and think that all will just, fall in place. It doesn't just happen. It does not just happen. People have to work at it to ensure that these things, come to pass. How can cows, just people will allow them go to other people's land and, destroy farmlands, and you think it's okay? They talk, Buhari said they only carry sticks, but my ATLR confirmed to the whole world that indeed they carry weapons. They confirm with their own mouth. But Buhari is quick to defend them that no, they only carry, excuse me, they only carry what? They only carry what? We can't continue like that. Okay, we can't continue like that. There have to be change, and we have to ensure that this change happen so that things can be well, so people can go about their lively duty, people can move about and be happy, be able to do things that they ought and they need to do. People, we have a job at hand. Leave us a comment. We'd like to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Bye for now.